Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of my Terraria guided walkthrough. Last episode, I went up to the Sky Islands. As you can see, I now have the Dryad, which is all the way up on this Sky Island. And then we have the Nurse up on this Sky Island. So, yeah. I was able to get up there with the gravitational potions, which should be in one of these chests. I don't know which exactly. Oh, it's in this one. Yeah, right here. And I got those from fishing. I got a bunch of crates, and I opened up, I believe it was one of the iron ones, and I got the gravitational potions. But in this episode, what I would like to do is head over to the Crimson and possibly fight the Brain of Cthulhu. That is what I would like to do this episode. Now, I'm pretty sure I'm ready to fight the Brain of Cthulhu. I don't think I'm gonna have too much trouble. I don't really know what I'm gonna be using to fight him, but I guess we'll figure that out when the time comes. Now, I do want to make a ruby grappling hook, which is right here. This, I believe, has a 26 tile reach compared to the 19 tile reach that I think the grappling hook has. So, as you can see, this one goes a lot further. If I jump up here, you can see, compared to this one, it barely reaches, I guess, to this torch right here. And this one goes right past it. So, nice noticeable increase, so that's why I made that. I got those rubies, I believe, from the cave from last episode, I believe it was. I'm not entirely sure. But, yeah. Now, I did go over to this cave, like I said I was going to, this underground, I guess ice cave. And as you can see here, there is 2 underground houses, so I want to head over there. I'm going to say probably after the episode, and apparently there's chests over here that I never bothered to get. It's an anglet in here. Aglet, not anglet. Aglet. So there's an aglet in that one. Let's take out some of these guys. So, pretty much, oh, the demolitionist arrived. Got an iron skin potion from that one. That's pretty good. Let me see here. Yeah. The rockfish does a lot more damage than the reaver shark. Go ahead and try to kill this guy. So, the demolitionist will spawn in once you have gotten 1 dynamite from, I guess, any underground chest. So, that's how you get the demolitionist to spawn in. Again, I don't know if I told you guys this, but the nurse will spawn in once you have used the life crystal. And the dryad spawns in once you have killed a boss. So, obviously we killed the Eye of Cthulhu, so that's how the dryad spawned in. And doesn't seem to be anything down there. I'm gonna make my way out of here. Now, the next crimson is this the only crimson over here? Wow, this is a pretty bad crimson then. Really? Guys. I'm honestly not too sure. There has to be. I don't know. I guess we'll find out here in a second. But I'm gonna start mining down. I guess I'll start over here. What is? Oh, of course, I put that one potion away. I think it increased my mining speed. All right then. Well, looks like we have got our work cut out for us. At least I do. I guess I'm just gonna go through here. I'm gonna start right down here. I'm gonna mine down here. Wish me luck. I'm gonna see if I can find the area I'm looking for. Usually there's pathways, or there's just holes that go straight down, and you'll end up finding the proper place, but I don't know. Apparently that's not the case on this world. So, I'm going to make my way down. I'm going to see, hopefully, I'll end up finding the area, and then I'll cut back in. So, wish me luck. Alright, guys. Well, it looks like we have some sort of cave down here. I don't know if this is going to lead. I think it might. That's a boulder. Yeah, I think it might be over here. Alright, let's head over this way. So, I don't know. I guess this crimson was so small that it didn't really have any openings up here. They just dropped straight down in here. So, I don't know. I'm still not certain if there is. There has to be an underground section over here that has the orbs that you break to spawn Brain of Cthulhu, but I guess we'll see here. I'm still using the miner's helmet, if you were wondering, and, well, we have a life crystal over here. That's useful. Take that, use it. I don't know, this is underground crimson, though, that's for sure. You guys can hear from the music. What is... does this lead anywhere? Oh, doesn't look like it. Let's continue. Going down here. Oh, yeah. Goes down right here. Yeah, it looks like now we're in the underground snow biome. There's another life crystal there. Interesting, interesting. So... I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can make a summoner to kill the Brain of Cthulhu. Yeah, I know you can, but the thing is, what are the ingredients? Yep, so I don't know. As you can see, there's no red orbs down here. If your world has the corruption, then the orbs will be obviously purple, but it's the same procedure if you're fighting the Eater of Souls. So you just break 3 orbs, and then Eater of Souls will spawn in. It's pretty much just a worm. And I would say he's a lot... I find him to be a lot more easier than the Brain of Cthulhu, but I feel like you do get some better stuff from killing the Brain of Cthulhu. There was a wooden boomerang in here. Nothing really too special in that chest. Give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna go check something, and then I'll be right back. Alright, guys, so this whole time I thought there was no underground crimson when the entrance was over here. That's why I didn't notice it, because it was in the... it was past this little snow biome over here, and I didn't notice that, so... that was my bad, I guess. So... as you can see, the entrance is right over here. And all you gotta do is head down here. And another tip is, if you don't have a pick that can mine the crimson stone, yeah, you know, the crimson blocks, not the crimson stone. A pick that can't mine any of the crimson blocks, what I would recommend doing is either using bombs, or any explosives, I guess, bombs or dynamite. Or if you don't have any of those, you can talk to the Dryad and buy purification powder, and you can use that to break the stone. So, you, if you use some of those up against the, crimson blocks, you will be able to change it into stone. Therefore, you can, mine it. So as you can see, this is actually a pretty big one. Pretty big underground area over here. Got another life crystal. So up to 300 health now, which is good. Take out those guys. Alright, so what I would like to do is make a few wooden platforms here. Take out this guy. And let me place down a bunch of these wooden platforms. Now, I would recommend doing this. I would recommend making a few layers, maybe 2 to 3. And let me place down some torches. Let me kill this guy. Okay. Let me make another 25. Of course. Every time I start doing something, I'm always interrupted by these stupid mobs, but let's go ahead and see if I can quickly do this without getting bombarded. Oh, good. There you go. Apparently I had a few more here. There we go. Then we can put the campfire down right there so we get a regen effect. And let me just try to light this area up a little bit. There's another one. So yeah, pretty much all you have to do is just break 3 of the pulsating hearts. And then the Brain of Cthulhu will spawn in. So, just want to see... Ooh! Nope, can't get a torture. Oh, there's 2 of these guys. Oh, about to be 3. And they're dead. Alright, yeah. I didn't realize how far this grappling hook went. Just want to light a good amount of this up. Okay. Let me head over here. Light this up. See if there's anything down here. Oh, there's just a pulsating heart. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll break this one. Real quick, let me... No, I was going to make a sticky bomb, but it's not really a point. Since this area is pretty close by. So let's go ahead and break this. As you can see, when you break the orbs, things drop. As you can see, I just got a Undertaker. Alright, let's go ahead and break this orb once I kill this guy. I'm just gonna make a sticky bomb for this one. Okay. Alright, now we have access to this one. If I can ever get up there. This bastard. Alright, let me break this one. Wild Panic Necklace. Increases movement speed after being struck. So if you take any damage, I guess you have increased movement speed, which is pretty good. Now, there's another 2 down here. I probably, you know what would have been useful? What I would recommend doing, sorry, is I would recommend breaking two of the first ones. The first 2 you break, I would recommend breaking the ones that are furthest away from you. And break the 3rd one, the last one. Break the closest one to your platform, so that's a little bit of advice. Do what I say, not as I do, because obviously I'm always doing something wrong, but whatever, I can manage. The one is right over here anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. So I'm pretty much ready to fight this guy. I do have a few potions here. I have a Iron Skin potion, which will bring me up to 30 defense. I just have some of these potions just for increased lighting. Ah, there you go. I can put my lead helmet back on. Good, so now I'll have 32 defense. So, other than that, I think I'm pretty much ready to go here. I'm going to go ahead and use my Iron Skin potion. And let's go ahead and make another sticky bomb. Place that there. And let's go ahead and break this last orb. Here we go. Alright, got another Panic Necklace. As you can see, a meteor also landed. When you break any, or one orb, you have a chance of getting the meteor to land. So, yeah, wish me luck with this guy. I think I should be fine. He's not too difficult, I would say. As long as you have moderate amount of health, I would say probably 300 is a good amount. And make sure you have a nice amount of defense. And you should be pretty much good here. I'm using the Rockfish because that's pretty much what I have that does the most damage, so I'm just going to stick with it. But as you can see, he's not doing too much damage at this point. But you can see that he is dropping Crimtane ore and tissue samples. The tissue samples allow you to make armor and tools, so... Or I guess the pick, which you need tissue samples for. So, yeah. But as you can see, now he's in his 2nd form. And this is what the Rotted Fork is pretty useful for. This stage, the Rotted Fork is pretty nice to have. Okay, what's he at, half? Yeah, it's about at half health. Nothing too crazy. Just heal up there. Yeah, but as you can see, I'm not having too much trouble. And just like that, he is dead. As you can see, you get some more Crimtane ore. So yeah, I did get a pretty good amount of stuff. I got a Brain of Cthulhu. Brain of Cthulhu mask, yeah. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna see if I can fight him one more time while I have these nice effects and whatnot on me. I think there should be another 3 more down here. So I would like to do that. Got another Undertaker. Let's go ahead and head down to this one. What do we get from this one? Crimson Rod is pretty useful. It's like a, pretty much all it is just a... I guess a cloud that deals damage to enemies. And there should be another one over here. This is pretty far off. Is there any more over here? Yeah, this one down here. Oh, the traveling merchant has arrived. I'm gonna see. Maybe I can get to him before he leaves. Alright, let me break this one. Have another one of these. Let's use both of those. Break that one. Rotted fork. As you can see, I got a rotted fork. That's pretty nice. So now I gotta make my way all the way back over to the platform. Yeah, this isn't really ideal, but if you can make your way back, you should be good. How much damage does the rotted fork do? It does 14. It doesn't do that much damage, but I guess it's a pretty decent weapon for this fight, so. But I'm gonna stick with the rockfish because it worked fairly well for me last time, so I'm just gonna stick with this. And yeah, not really too difficult of a fight for me, at least, so that's good. Dealing a bunch of damage to him right now. Let's go ahead and get that heart. This is intense, isn't it? But yeah, if you're fighting against the Eater of Souls, which I'm pretty sure that's his name. Probably not, because I can't get anything right in this series. But when you're fighting the worm, the corruption, I guess, counterpart to the Brain of Cthulhu, what I would recommend using is the Vile Thorn. Now, you're going to need to have some mana. As you can see, if you find fallen stars during the nighttime, and you make 5, and if you get 5 of them, you can make mana crystals, or stars, I don't know what the hell the name of it is, but with those, you can increase your maximum mana, and you can use the Vile Thorn a lot longer. So I would recommend trying to get a bunch of mana crystals. So I want to head back. I would say we're pretty much done here, so I'm going to head back. Traveling merchant, does he have anything good? Oh, wow. Sitting Duck's fishing pole. I'm gonna pick that up just for the hell of it. I have a pretty good amount of gold, so I'm gonna go ahead and get me one of those. As you can see, I still have 49 gold. Well, actually, probably what, over 60? Yeah, 63. So that's pretty good. But yeah, I would recommend, like I said, trying to get more mana crystals. Or, you know, increase your maximum mana. As you can see, I only have 40. Because I don't really use mana for anything since I don't have any weapons that require mana. So I don't really find a purpose to have, you know, more mana. But I'm going to get rid of this. Gonna get rid of the rod fork. I don't need that. Get rid of that. This is pretty cool. The sitting duck fishing pole. Alright. I'm going to get rid of those death weeds. I'm going to keep the crimson rod. That's pretty useful. But as you can see, now I have 309 Crimtane ore. So I'm going to make a bunch of crimson bars. 77 Crimtane bars, excuse me. And as you can see now, I can make a bunch of the armor. This will give me 19 defense. Is the chestplate better? Chestplate does 7. Leggings do 6. Helmet does 6 as well. So, brings me up to 29 defense. And what does this do? Set bonus greatly increases life regen. So that's pretty good. So now my life regen should be increased even more. if I'm next to a campfire. But I'm gonna get rid of this stuff because I don't really need it for anything. And now, is there anything I really want to make from here? I guess I'll make a tendon bow. That's pretty good. I think that's pretty much all I'm gonna make. So, oh yeah, look, mana crystal. I can make one. I can make 2 of them actually. Go ahead and make those, just for the hell of it. I'm gonna put this in here. This lucky pan necklace. I guess I'll throw that in there. And put the Crimtane bars in here. So I think other than that, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Now, oh, yeah. I'm gonna wrap it up for this episode. I was going to head over to this cave, but I think I'll do that next episode. So other than that, thank you guys for watching. Trying to think what we'll do next episode. I'm not too sure. I think I'm gonna make a few more NPC houses just so I can try to get the arms dealer to move in, so I can buy a gun, and then I think we can go fight Skeletron. So I think that's what we'll do. So other than that, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I helped you guys out. Again, I try my best. Not really that good at explaining things, but other than that, thank you guys for watching. Pretty cool that we got this fishing pole. That's pretty cool. Don't know if I'm gonna really use it, but I guess it's nice to have. I mean, I had the gold to buy it, so I just bought it for the hell of it. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. Unfortunately, I was an idiot and didn't realize the entrance was over here. I thought this was just from here all the way to over here was the corruption. Or crimson, excuse me. I always get those messed up, but it was indeed over on this side. As you can see, there's another entrance over here, but I didn't notice that, so sorry for my mistake there. But like I say, I try my best. But other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.